Sue! Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Get in there. Oh, get in there. We have signed Lisandro Martinez, my friends. It's official. Man United have announced it about half an hour or so ago. Get in there, my son. Come on. We got him in here officially now. So, panic over. We were a little bit worried maybe how long this delay would be with this visa malarkey and everything. But it's no big deal. We've got Lisandro Martinez in. We're going to cover all the latest news in this video and give you the rundown of this signing. So do us a favour at the start of this show, everybody. Smash that like button on it raw. Give it a big thumbs up. Share it around on social media if you want as well. And if you're new to the show, get yourself subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Have your say in the chat. We'll be getting in and out the live chat. But for now, let's get a hashtag welcome to Manchester in the live chat there for Martinez, who is now officially a Manchester United player. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well. Crikey, Vutinator, Geng, what's going on? Matthew Smith, JM Beer, Zachary Stone, Marco, Red Devil Yannick, Jose Bravo, United Forever, how are you doing, my friend? Conroy Schuller, Shukran Ashal Pasha, Mark O. Lewis, and everybody else who's in here as well. Thank you very, very much indeed for getting in here. Drop a like on it and get in the chat throughout, but we're going to get into it now, folks. So Man United have officially unveiled him. He is a red. Look at him there, looking like a handsome bastard in that new shirt, to be fair. Officially a red. We knew this was coming. It's no surprise. I mean, we've already talked about this and covered it, really. The fact that he's already a Manchester United player, because it was just a case of getting him in here, but it is official now, at least. And now he's a Man United player, guys, expected to join up with the squad for training, etc., and be a part of the last couple of games on the tour as well, which is fantastic. Well, not the tour, but the last couple of games that we've got. Hey there, everybody. God Kawaki, Yusuf, Sunny Egg Bins, Playlist, Tito Harvey, Sub 2, Sant Kuko, Philip Chapman. Guys, how's it going? So let's just ask the chat right at the start of this one. Rate this signing out of 10, guys. Rate this signing out of 10. It's we've got him. We've paid 55 million for him. I mean, it's a pretty good signing. It's obviously a Ten Hag signing. This is the guy that he wants to bring in. This is very much important for his style of play as well. Like, he's got somebody in there that's a great passer, a great distributor, somebody who can play out really well from the back, which is going to help us in both the centre-back position when he's playing there, but also central defensive midfield if he's going to be playing there also. He is a good shepherd of the ball. So lots of high ratings coming in the chat. You can barely see behind the thing there. Let me just lower that a little bit. But 10 if he stops Maguire being gashed, says Playlist Account. Definitely 7, says Jose. 6.5 too early to tell, says Zachary. Do you know what? It's a 7 out of 10, isn't it? It's a good signing. Maybe we paid just a couple of extra million more than this guy for this guy. But he's coming in with a big sort of expectation because he's 24 now. He's in the Argentina setup. Ten Hag's been working with him for the last few years, developing him. They've got that understanding, that relationship together. So we're hoping he can just sort of slot in and help bring about this new Ten Hag era. It's a good signing in that sense that it's a proper Ten Hag signing. This is something that he wanted to bring in, and he was allowed to go and get his man, and we've paid decent money for him. We have to remember that the 55 million euros that we've paid for this guy is literally all of the money we've spent this summer. That is our net spend. So it's an absolute disgrace and a nonsense, and Roy Keane would be throwing punches at the Glazers if he was in their office, because this is not a good enough window, is it, folks? We are literally, falling behind the rest of the teams. But even so, we have spent on Lisandro Martinez. Eriksen was free. Malacia was cheap, but we sold Andreas Pereira. Our net spend is now 55 million euros. If we get De Jong, if we get Antony, okay, great, that's spot on. That's a great window then. At the moment, it's only an okay window. We have done well getting Eriksen, Malacia, and now Martinez really does come in to improve our first team, which is brilliant. But let's not pretend like we've completely transformed the squad with this signing. This does highlight the Glazers' shithousery for me. The fact that our first proper money deal has taken all this time to bring in officially. It's a bit of a disgrace, really. Eriksen's a great free signing, though. Don't get me wrong there. And Malacia is a good player as well to bring in. But just overall, I'm still very much underwhelmed with how this transfer window's going. But Martinez, look, let's get back onto Martinez. Don't want to be too negative. This is a positive bit of news that we signed Martinez, and he is a really good player, and hopefully will have a good future in the game. He's been quoted as saying, "It's an honour to join this great football club. I've worked so hard to get to this moment, and now I'm here. I'm going to push myself even further." So he's coming in here with the right mentality, the butcher of Argentina, prepared to step over dead bodies in order to stop the opposition from scoring. That's what he said. His words, not mine. But let's just go on United's website real quick and see what he said a little bit in more more depth. So Man United have officially announced that Lisandro Martinez has completed his transfer from Ajax to Manchester United, signing a contract until June 2027 with an option to extend for a further year. So this is a 5-year deal with an option for a further year. That's good longevity. I mean, that's got the potential to take him up to his 30, which if you think about the forward planning and the future of United, that's a good sign, as long as he's good. It goes on to say the defender has made 177 career club appearances and is a full Argentina international. He has won numerous honours, including the 2021 Copa America with his country and 2 Eredivisie titles with Ajax. Lisandro Martinez said, "It's an honour to join this great football club. I've worked so hard to get to this moment. Now that I'm here, I'm going to push myself even further. I've been lucky enough to be part of a successful team in my career, and that's why I want to continue at Manchester United. There will be a lot of work to get that moment, but I firmly believe that under this manager and coaches, and together with my new teammates, we can do it. I want to thank Ajax and their fans for all the support they gave me. I had an unbelievable time there, but feel the moment is right to test myself in another environment. Now I am at the perfect club to do this." So, big words from Martinez. I think he realises the opportunity that presents itself here. United is a massive club. It's a sleeping giant of a football club. We've got the potential to be up there challenging for things. We've got the potential to be in the Champions League in the future. Absolutely. Of course we do. We should be. I mean, United's the team that deserves to be challenging for the title and all competitions every single year. Right now, we're not there. We know that. There's a rebuild that's taking place. He's looking to be part of that real rebuild under Ten Hag. So he's excited by the project. This is what I want. This is what I want. This guy wants to come in and play for Ten Hag. He's got a big old juicy smile on his face as well when on the signing contract photo. And he clearly wants to be here. That's what I want. We're talking about Frenkie de Jong in this situation. This guy doesn't even want to come at all, really. He's only going because Barca don't want him. So this is the ideal scenario. This guy loves the opportunity in front of him. He knows the chance that's in front of him as well with a huge club like United once we get back on track, and he wants to be a part of that. And the Ten Hag factor is just too strong for him as well. He knows that is going to be, because of the coaching staff that's here, that's going to be super beneficial for his career, because he's already been under the guidance and tutelage of Ten Hag and Van der Gaag and all these people for a number of years now. So he knows them well. It's a good working environment for him. But he also knows the high expectations that Ten Hag sets, and he adheres to those high expectations. And he works super hard and is very much a robust player. So it's looking good for Martinez and what he's saying. It's brilliant. John Murtagh, United Football Director, has said, "Lisandro is an outstanding player who will bring further quality and experience to Erik Ten Hag's squad. We are delighted that he has chosen to join Manchester United, and we are looking forward to seeing him develop further and help the team achieve the success that we're aiming for." Well, let's find out. Money talks and bullshit walks, John Murtagh. Let's see if we got ambition in this transfer window. Are we going to sign Antony? Are we going to sign De Jong? Are we going to manage to get other players? This is the key, really. That will show us ambition. What we've done so far does not show any ambition in this transfer window at all. Sorry to say. 6 players gone out. 6 players gone out, of course. Lisandro Martinez has come in with Malacia and Eriksen. We've just pretty much, I guess, we just sort of replaced. We haven't really improved that much. Martinez will improve our starting 11. I honestly think Eriksen can battle his way in there as well. Malacia is a big one for the future also. These are good signings, don't get me wrong, but what impact they're going to have in the first team squad? A huge degree or a small degree? Probably a small degree at the moment. What would have a huge impact would be getting 2 new midfielders, completely replacing the engine room. That would pretty much help us out. But anyway, I'm not going to... This is a positive signing, guys. It's a positive signing. I don't want to get too negative on it. By the way, everybody, thank you for being in here, guys. We've got over 100 legends in here. 176 legends watching. Only 63 likes. You what? Bacon Brigade, assemble! Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get this sucker to 100 likes. Give it a share around on the social media as well. If you want, if you're on Twitter or wherever, give it a little retweet and a share. That'll help us out. And get yourself subscribed and chatting in there with the legends. Chrissy J, what's going on? He says, is Ronaldo training today? We'll get onto that in a little bit, actually, Chris. I'm just going to cover the Lisandro stuff. Well, actually, No, I'll just cover the Lisandro stuff. But anyway, Lisandro Martinez, so that's what he said. It's obviously a brilliant piece of news, and it's a good piece of business as well. Think about him from an asset point of view. It's not like he's really going to diminish over the years. He's 24 now. He is an Argentina international. He is progressing in his career. And you would think that 55 million euros in a few years' time we could look back on that and go, that was peanuts. I mean, hopefully that is the case. Hopefully it's not another player who just comes in and falls by the wayside and it's another Schneiderlin situation or whatever, where they just never really get going and then they're off. Who knows? But I just personally think he's going to be different because of the Ten Hag relationship that he already has. Ten Hag knows what he's going to get from this guy and he's looking to implement a certain way of playing. This guy's going to definitely help out. So it's different. Oh, 793, how you doing there, dude? And Matthew Smith and Dizzy Red Devil and Dean M and everybody who's getting in here. We got words from Ten Hag then. So Eric Ten Hag's been discussing Lisandro Martinez. We know what he said about him. He praised his fighting spirit. He said that Martinez is a warrior who will be admired by Manchester United supporters. He said this previously. And this guy is like a physical, committed, robust player. He might only be 5'7" or whatever people are saying, but think of him like a little pit bull, So that's what we're at. But he can also play. He's got great range of passing on him. He says he's a warrior, and I think the fans will admire him. He has an attitude, a fighting spirit. He brings aggressiveness in the game in a good way. I think we need that. But also he's skillful and he can deal with the ball and he's left-footed. So in terms of character, in terms of what we've been lacking a little bit, we have lacked a little bit of bite. We have lacked a little bit of nastiness, a bit of aggressiveness. Long gone are the days of Roy Keane snapping people and marshalling that defence and midfield and barking orders at everybody. They're long gone are those days. We've got a slabbo meltbag in there with no real bite. So I think this guy Martinez could have a bit of a streak to him, could have a bit of a nasty streak, but that's good. Could have a bit of a aggressiveness is more the word that I'm talking about. Not nasty, but aggressive, and that's good. Also, he said, I think it's important. I think the Premier League is high intensity, lots of challenges. We need such players with fighting spirit, certain ideas. He knows them. That is an advantage, clearly. Right? So, what were we talking about? Ten Hag's ability as a coach and how he's quickly going to try and turn around Man United's fortunes. How is he going to be able to quickly get United playing more Ajax-style football that we were seeing last season? How is that going to be the case? Well, he's got Slabbo, Maguire and everybody else at the club. But he's adding a couple of different players in there that he knows that can do the job for him. Lisandro Martinez is coming in there. He said certain ideas, he knows them. That is an advantage, clearly. But also, he has to adapt to a new country, a new club, new teammates. So also a lot of things will be different. So he does need a little time to adapt to the Premier League, of course. But in terms of bringing around about a new philosophy or a new way of playing at Man United, hopefully these sorts of players that have that history with Ten Hag and know what he sort of wants from them already in some ways will be able to help us start playing that way in the Premier League. I know it's totally different to do it in the Premier League than it is the Eredivisie, but if you can get us playing the way that Ajax were playing, dominating teams and attacking teams the quick passing and all that sort of stuff, but winning at the same time, then we're going to be very, very happy indeed. And if this guy can be a part of that to help us start playing towards that way, brilliant. It's an excellent sign in all fairness. So, but he says he has to adapt to a new country. It's going to take a little bit of time. And Ten Hag also confirmed that neither Martinez or Eriksen, of course, were going to be on the tour in Australia. This was a while ago when he was talking in his last presser. But essentially, what's expected is that they will be, of course, featuring in training and will be playing in the next games that are coming up very, very soon. In fact, just on that, I mean, there is a behind closed doors friendly that's just kicked off now, I believe, guys. We said there was a behind the closed doors friendly against Wrexham. Well, Man United's behind the closed doors friendly against Wrexham kicks off at 2 p.m. at Carrington. So that's actually just kicked off now. Unfortunately, we can't see it because it's a training game, obviously, but it's just a warm-up, a tune-up game before we go and have these proper games against Atletico, then Real Vallecano, and then obviously Brighton on the 7th of August in the Premier League. So, but look at this, behind the closed doors friendly against Wrexham kicks off at 2 p.m. at Carrington. So I'd be interested to see, I'd be very interested to see what the lineup for that is. Surely that's just come out on social media. Somebody who's, so I'm sure that's probably just come out. So I'm just going to have a quick look for it, actually, see if there is any information about that. Doesn't look like there is. Doesn't look like there is just yet. But I'm sure as the game starts and goes on, somebody will leak some information out there. So I'll keep an eye on it, guys. The Cake Cadet, thank you so much. It will not be on MUTV, I don't think, United Forever. No, it's behind closed doors. So Pretty sure it's not an MUTV, is it, guys? let me just double check up here. What a mug I'd be if I'm not watching. No, it's not, guys. It's not. If I want a mug, I'm not watching the bloody game. But no, it's not. It's not. It's behind closed doors. They're playing Wrexham. It's not on there, pal. So, Kate Cadet, thank you so much for the super chat. Dude, you're a legend, man. Can we get a cheeky little sue in the live chat there for Kate Cadet? He says, yes, it's Cheeky Pigarello time. Thank you so much, Cake. I hope you're good today, bud. Hey, we just hit 100 likes as well. Can we get a sue in the live chat for the 100 likes? And also Kate Cadet super chat there. Thank you very much, boss. Appreciate you. Right, okay, so where was I? Yeah, so behind the closed doors friendly, you know, these not, we don't know who's playing in it at the moment. I don't, anyway. We'll see what's going on as soon as there's more information that comes out, hopefully during this video. But just quickly on Ronaldo, we know that Ronaldo's not going to be playing, right? Because Laurie Whitwell reported this 5 hours ago that Cristiano Ronaldo did fitness tests rather than train with the team yesterday. Also spoke with Erik ten Hag for the first time since asking to leave. Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh held talks with George Mendes, friendly against Wrexham today. So Cristiano Ronaldo did fitness tests rather than train with the team yesterday. So that's quite interesting, but fitness tests, that's good. Fitness tests means we're going to gauge your fitness and you're going to gauge your fitness and we're going to start working. That's what that means. So, you know, that's good news, but he's obviously not involved with training. He's done the fitness test, guys. Right, okay. Also, you know, there's a feeling that Ronaldo will continue to train with total professionalism at Carrington as long as he is a Man United player. So it's not like now he's here and now he's actually got going. Once he's going to start training, he wants to keep himself sharp, even if there was a move in the pipeline. So he will get training with Manchester United. I don't think that's really in question. I don't think he's done it today, though. I haven't seen any information about it today anyway. So, but there you go. Wrexham friendly, 2 p.m. behind closed doors right now. Let me just give that a refresh. See if there is a little piece of information that's come out for you that I could find about who might be playing in this game or the starting lineup to this game right now. But it doesn't really look like there is anything about this, folks. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, no. never mind. It's just a tune-up game anyway. It's a warm-up. It's a chance for a lot of the players who actually haven't featured much to be playing. So maybe like players like, say, Garnacho or some of these players that just haven't really played that much. Give them a game, give them a run out, get a little bit of sort of match conditioning on the go, just a little bit. It's a proper game, but it's behind closed doors. It is a training game, but it's still going to give these guys some conditioning and that sort of thing. So that is positive, guys. But right. So, as I said, guys, Lisandro is a red. I'm going to get into the live chat for a few minutes just to gauge your reaction and see what you legends are saying about this. We're going to have a big Q&A at the end of the video as well. Smash that like button if you're just getting in here. Boost us up on the old algorithm and have your say real quick. Just going to jump in for a couple of minutes, see what you legends have got to say. Let me just shrink that down a wee bit there. Robert Allen says players can play in friendlies as guests. Eric says, Pig, who do you think United will also sign in this window? Ooh, if I had to guess, I do think we'll get De Jong. I know it's a little bit of a hunch at the moment, but it's just who really knows? It's who really knows? But I feel like Barcelona have to pay that guy the money they owe him regardless. So why wouldn't they just sell him and just get a bit less money? You know, why wouldn't they do that? So I do think De Jong is going to come before the end of the window. And then I don't know so much about Antony. I don't know so much. It's a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money. Lewis says, did you see the clip where Martinez smacked into someone so hard they cried? The man's a warrior. Love him already. I did not see that, Lewis. No, but I didn't. Pal Pud says, who's your starting 2 centre-backs this season? Great question, Pal Pud. Great question. So, in my opinion, the best 2 centre-backs we could play would probably be Martinez and Varane. And that's if Varane's fit, obviously. There will be some games when he's not fit, and you've got to sort of make allowances for that. But what do you reckon? I mean, Slabo Maguire's basically got all the coordination of a Smeg fridge, and he looks like one too. And Victor Dwindloff is better off serving me IKEA Swedish meatballs over the counter, sir, than playing in Manchester United's back line. Eric Bailly is a heck of a defender. I like him. He's physical. He's strong. Guess what, though? He's got no knees. He's got no knees. He's injured all the time. Phil No Bones Jones, he's got no bones. He's made of jelly, the man. That's why his face looks like this, because he's a jelly man. So we've got bad defenders. I think that's pretty fair to say. It's a pretty easy decision for me, really. Go with Varane, who's won a World Cup and 4 Champions Leagues throughout his career and, is still in the prime. And also go with Martinez, who's just come in, who's Ten Hag's guy. That is my belief on it. But let's ask the live chat. If you had to choose 2 centre-backs for the starting lineup right now, who is it? Yeah, Trading Card says, thank you for agreeing with me on Lindelof, tragic defender. Yeah, I mean, he's a good passer. He's got some good traits about him, but I just think his one-on-one defending and also his aerial defending leaves a lot to be desired. Tielemans and Dumfries, that would be lovely anyhow. And see, I would take them. Definitely. Tielemans and Dumfries. Now that's actually improving the starting level where we need it to. Couldn't agree more with you. Absolutely, Sunil Power. The registration of Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski is not guaranteed at Barcelona. If Frenkie de Jong refuses to leave or take a pay cut, Barca will have a huge problem. I know. What a bunch of melters. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? But at the same time, Frankie's sort of gotten by the short and curlies because that's it. If he doesn't want to go, he doesn't have to go anyway. He's got a 4-year contract. They owe him a shitload of cash. He wants his cash. He wants his cash, my son. So, but they're going to have to settle that up first before he goes anywhere. Martinez and Bailly, says Liam. Jose Brothers says Phil Jones and Slabby Maguire. Martinez and Varane, says Duncan Bolifo. So does Tonk Nash and United Till I Die. Kate Cadet says, why do we need to spend 50 million on a right back where we need that money for midfield and centre back, says the Kate Cadet. Well, I don't know if we need to spend all that much money, though. What about if we could spend 40 mil and then also sell one of our current right backs, which we might as well, because if we're signing another right back, what's the point of having 2 other sort of right backs that are first teamers? It doesn't really make sense. So Wan-Bissaka you could probably sell for 25 mil. And then therefore you've signed a new player, Denzel Dumfries, or someone like that, who's currently linked to Chelsea Scummers, actually. But you signed somebody like that, and then you've improved your team for what Ten Hag's purposes are, hopefully. But I feel you though, yeah, I feel you. But we should be selling 1 or 2 more players. I don't really understand that. United are crap at selling players, aren't we? We really are. I mean, we're crap at recruiting good players as well, it seems. Over the years, we've made a lot of mistakes. But certainly when it comes to getting rid, I mean, I know we just sold Andreas Pereira for like 13 mil. That is a great deal in all fairness. He's crap. So we got good money for him. But I would have thought there'd have been a few more players going out this summer. Definitely. Some of those defenders are absolutely fucking tragic. And yes, just one of the right backs could have gone. One of the midfielders could go to make way for another midfielder. You could just cash in on Shotty McTominay and sell him for 17 mil, whatever. Use that money to put towards Tielemans. Things like this. I don't really understand why Man United are so crap at getting rid of players. But either way, we've still got players that could be sold. There's still interest in players like Dallo or Wan-Bissaka and others as well. Not Maguire, though, unfortunately. Schwindy says 100 million for Antony is just nonsense, pig mate. Oh, yeah, definitely, but we're going to get into the Antony stuff in a little bit. Who would pay 100 million for Antony? It's absolutely preposterous, I know. When is the window closing? End of August, says the Kate Cadet. Is it different this year because of the World Cup? I actually don't know. I think it is the end of August, usually, yeah. Antony is not more than 50 million, please, says Shrinidi. No, that's right. I completely agree with you, sir. So just on Antony, actually, very quickly, seeing as you've brought it up, we'll just segue into a little piece of Antony information we got real quick. But yeah, there's lots of rumours going around, like Mike Verway reporting that Ajax have raised their price tag for Antony from 80 million euros to 100 million euros, including bonuses. He would like to get his dream transfer, but Ajax have no desire to sell another player. So, and also comments from their coach, Schroeder, who said in regards to Antony, internally, we have agreed that we want to keep the current squad together. Nobody wants to sell him. Antony is working well. I don't have the feeling that he's busy with a transfer. So, this is where it's at, really. I mean, with Antony, there is speculation that United were going to be going in for another bid soon, and I still think that is probably going to be the case. We might have a negotiation with them. But if they're pretty firm on their situation, they don't want to sell players and they want 100 million euros for him, we're not going to buy him, guys, because it's just not the budget there for a right winger there who's going to be coming in, at 22 years of age. He could be an absolute sensation, but we're not going to spend 85 million pounds or 100 million euros on this guy. It just doesn't make sense when there's so many different areas of the team to strengthen. For that money, you can go and get Tielemans and Dumfries. I mean, that improves your right back, and it really gives you a quality midfield alongside De Jong. That would be excellent. So we'd much rather see our money spent there, I think, than going to spend 100 million euros on Antony. That's not going to happen, though, folks. As we said, this is what Ajax do. They're obviously looking for the most money they could get. So they don't actually want to sell players right now. I think that's fair to say. They've sold a lot of players and they have to replace players. But if they do get a good offer, they will sell the players because that's what they do. They're a money-making machine. They're quite happy to go and reinvest that money and buy a young player for not very much money and develop them into the next Antony. That's sort of what Ajax do. So, yeah, 80 million euros is still too much money. 100 million euros is way too much money. In my opinion, 65 million euros. 65 million euros for Antony. If they're asking for more than that, they really are smoking that Amsterdam special. They really are. Because that is a preposterous amount of money. What a ridiculous amount of money to expect for Antony. Who's going to pay that? Nobody. So either they're pricing him out of the market because they really do want to keep him, or most likely they're just trying to get as much money out of Manchester United as they possibly can. And maybe they will get 70 million euros out of us. Who knows? But let's ask the live chat then, folks. What do you think Antony's value is? I mean, Dabo says Antony's pretty good. Antony's very good. Antony's very good. I mean, he looks like a real good prospect. He's 22. He's had 6 caps for Brazil. I think that says everything, really. The fact that he's getting even involved in the setup with Brazil at all as a forward is absolutely brilliant because they've got a lot of good forward players. He's obviously another one of those really good, skillful, quality Brazilian forwards, wingers, and yeah, we could definitely do with having him in the squad, no doubt about it. He would be a sensational player to have. But, you know, just in terms of value, it's not worth it. Conroy Schiller says 55 million. We've got 45.63 says Kudza Mapeni. Sonny Igbin says 70. Let's get 48 says Simon Werner. 45 says Mr. JG. Kate Cadet says Antony is 50 to 60 million. Nothing more than that. Yep. United Forever says 55 to 60 million pounds. Conroy says 55. 50 says Hero. Great shout, folks. Great shout, folks. Yeah, I think you're all about right there, to be fair. 50 million pounds, 55 million pounds, which is around about 65, 70 million euros, is the absolute limit that we should be paying for Antony. It's getting on for like Slabby Maguire money, you know. In all fairness, if we're going on that logic, then Antony's probably worth £500 million, £500 million probably, £500 million. But anyway, Harry Maguire is our captain. Let's just talk about that for a second. What the fuck? Back to Antony. So, it is disgusting though, isn't it? But no, back to Antony. 100 million is not his actual value. It's just Ajax saying we're not selling him. Yeah, that's right. And they actually will sell him for less than 100 million as well. They might be saying they won't sell him, but if Man United came knocking on the door with a 69 million pound offer, they would snap our arms off for him, mate. That's like 80 million euros. They would absolutely snap our hand off for him. Of course they would. That's what they do. They make big money and they go and reinvest it. They'd be great at reinvesting it as well. That's what they do. Van der Sar discount 45 mil says Abdi Lieback's nice. I thought that existed, you know, after the Donny van der Beek deal when he first came in, and we got him for, what was it, 34 million, I think it was, which, yeah, okay, it's a fair bit of cash, but really, with this current transfer market and how things are going, and on the back of the sort of hype he had around him as well, that is not an expensive player, really. But Lisandro Martinez has worked out to be quite an expensive deal. You know, it's quite an expensive deal for Lisandro Martinez. Antony, that would be a ridiculously expensive deal. So I honestly don't think they'll get anywhere near that cash for him ever. Man United probably will end up buying Antony at some point. If it's not this transfer window, maybe it'll be the next. Maybe it'll be in the summer. Who knows? But certainly it'll be a lot less money than 100 million euros. It'll probably be around about, 65, 70 million euros if we can agree a deal with them, which is big money, folks, for a player who has had a really good season or two and is in the Brazil setup. But other than a couple of seasons at Ajax, you know, it's not exactly set the world alight in terms of his reputation. However, his actual qualities and skills are there for the world to see. You know, he's an absolutely quality player who's going to just run opposition defenses ragged pretty much. He's very skillful, very tricky, and quality winger. So he's going to create as well. He's going to score. Ten Hag is the biggest factor as well, is that if Ten Hag wants him and he gets him, well, that's brilliant, because Ten Hag obviously would rate him highly enough to want to come in and improve the team and be prepared to spend big money on him. I think that speaks volumes for what sort of a player he probably thinks he would be. If we're prepared to spend 70 million on Antony, then I think he must be a heck of a player, and Ten Hag knows what he had there at Ajax. United till I die. Thank you. He says, let's hit 500 likes like yesterday, guys. Thank you, United till I die. Yep, if you guys are just getting in the video, please do drop a little thumbs up. We're nearly at 150, though. Get in there. Thank you, every single one of you, for hitting that thumbs up button and boosting us up there on the algorithm and helping us compete with the clickbait wankers and the corporation channels. Thank you very much, every one of you. Your worry is his height, says Sylvester. Okay, great shout. So, Lisandro Martinez, 5'7". What's that all about, guys? Name me the last Premier League defender who was short like that. Please do. Centre back, not left back, right back. I mean centre back. Just tell me, remind me, because I'm struggling to think here, folks. Usually centre backs in the Premier League are pretty hefty individuals. I mean, I know there has been some great centre backs in the past, like Baresi. You know, there's a bunch, but Bobby Moore. But let's face it, in the Premier League these days, it's almost a prerequisite that you've got to be a bit of a meaty individual. 5'9", says Lewis. On my bad. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. 5'9". Martinez is a CDM, says Chris Barker. Well, why does he play at centre back then? No, you're right. He does play at CDM also, but he has played a lot of games at Ajax at centre back. In fact, if you look at his starts, it's almost like split. Martinez is 5'9". Yeah, no, I think he is 5'9". I think people are right there. Kungshi says 61k subscribers, baby. Congratulations, pig. Thank you so much, Kungshi, my son. Get in there. Yes, indeed. Let's get a hashtag 61k in the live chat there. Thank you very, very much, Kungshi. We did hit it last night. It's absolutely a great honor. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the subscribe and getting involved. If you're new to the show, drop the subscribe up. Get yourself in there raw. But yes, so, okay, 5'9" then. Let's say he's 5'9". That's still very short for a centre-back, guys. Thiago Silva says to Seth back row. What? Thiago Silva's much taller than that, to be fair. He's got to be at least 6 foot, doesn't he? 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1". Come on. If a man lost 2 inches, that's horrible, says Huddy Chico. With Martinez at CDM, the crap defence will have to cover better. Yeah, well, we'll have better cover, you say, sorry. Yeah, okay, so that is a very good point that you've just made, Bud. Like, he could protect the back line a lot better than what we've seen. He's also a great distributor of the football, so he's somebody that can get the ball and take it and pass it forward, but to do it well, you know, distribute it well. We've seen time and time again people like Fred and McTominay absolutely fail miserably trying to do that. At United, they just can't play out from the back. They give it away. They're too erratic. I mean, they can pass a bit, but they give it away too much. I think that has to be said. So, you know, it is a concern. It is a concern that if we still continue the midfield Premier League season starting with that midfield, that is a big concern. Whereas Lisandro Martinez, if he can slot in there at CDM, yeah, he is going to protect that back line. What I like about him is his versatility. You know, it's good, isn't it? It's like in some games you're going to want to be playing him at CDM, and in other games you're going to want to be playing him at centre back. Perhaps when you're, I don't know, when you're the team that is on the front foot, you'll be looking at playing him at centre back. When you're the team that is up against another really, really good team, maybe you'll look to play him at CDM in a more combative role there, winning it back, distributing it, you know, shepherding the ball and having more of a slightly lower line. So, but certainly in the offensive games, when you're the team that's suspected to be on the front foot, ripping the opposition open, maybe he will be in that midfield. So it's a good player to have because he's a very good centre back. He's a very good central defensive midfielder, and we talked about his abilities the other day when it comes to clearing the ball away. So we looked at his aerial duels won the season just gone, and he had a better percentage than Harry Maguire. Now, I know it's not in the Premier League, and the Premier League is totally different. By the way, I'm looking at how tall is Lisandro Martinez, guys, because I just Googled it, and it says he's 5'7". But people are saying he's 5'9", Lewis. Yeah, fair enough. So online, I'm finding the information. It says he's 1.75 m. I've Googled that, and that says it's 5'7'4". So either way, he's short. Okay, he's either 5'7", 5'8", or 5'9". I think he's either 5'8", 5'7", or 5'9", guys. But that's what I've Googled. If you go to transfermarket.co.uk, his height is listed as 1.75 meters, which is 5'7". So anyway. But that could be wrong. Maybe he is 5'9". Maybe just put him in a good set of boots with a bit of a platform on. You know, what's the rules on that? Nobody's thought about that, have they? Just get like a nice 70s style platform shoe on the guy. with a spring in. There you go. But no, he is a good quality defender is what I'm saying. I mean, he is a centre-back. We look at throughout his career where he's played under Ten Hag as well. You know, you can clearly see he's played a range of positions. So he's mostly played at centre-back though, folks. You have to look at his overall career. He is a centre-back, so 139 games he's played throughout his career at centre-back. He's played 3 at right-back, 12 at left-back, and 22 at CDM. So this guy is versatile, right? But if you look at those stats, it would suggest that he's more come in to play centre-back, which fills me with confidence because I hope he's replacing Slabby Maguire. But, you know, just think about that for a second. He's played most of the games at centre-back. He's only listed as being 5'7", so it is a little bit of a concern, isn't it? In all fairness, so 37 games playing at centre back. You know, he's a centre back, guys, but he also plays CDM. So whenever you need somebody maybe to just sit and protect that back line and also play it out because he's got great distribution, he's your guy. So he's versatile and he can even play at left back as well if you need him to, which is great. He's a left-footed player. Yeah, that's right, 14 bars. A versatile defender is a good thing. That's a good one, MFO. Puyol was only 5'10". Yeah, fair play. Yeah, good one. Good one. Still, though, bigger than 5'7", though, isn't it, mate? You know what I mean? But in all fairness, no. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And if this guy has got the tenacity that we need and the qualities that we need, i.e., he is good in the air, he's got good jumping ability, good challenging in the air, aerial ability for a small guy, that's good. Also, what about his quality on the ball? If he can play it out from the back and really get us going, like I hope he can for us, then that's going to be a big plus point for us as well. And what about one-on-one defending as well? That's most important, really. On the ground, does it really matter how tall you are when you're on the ground? You've got a opposition striker or a winger bearing down on you, and you're one-on-one, and you've got to stop him. I think that it probably helps if you're nippy and nimble and, you know, so I'm not too concerned. I think he's a quality defender and Ten Hag's obviously brought him in for a reason and has faith in him. So I think he's going to be a success. But let's ask the live chat, guys. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that Lisandro Martinez will be absolutely fine playing at centre-back in the Premier League. Or smash a 2 if you think he'll struggle because of his height. Let us know what you think, because there's really not that many short defenders, centre-backs in the Premier League. It's just I can't really think of that many ever, really. They're all big units. But Hamza says he will. Gungshi says he will. Conroy says he will. Big Guy says he will. Duncan, yep. Sphinxu. Dizzy Red Devil says 1. One Love says 1. Seriously says 1. Jim Wilson says 2. CB says 2. So, yeah, most of you there think that he'll succeed. And I think he will too, because of his guile, because of his aerial ability for a short guy, and also because of his quality overall. It's not just about jumping up in the air and beating people, is it? It's about how you read the game. And also, like we've seen, Slabby Maguire gets rooted to the spot. What's the point of being 6'4" if you can't fucking jump? Or if you're a big slab stuck in the mud? Lindelof's guilty of that as well. He gets like flat-footed. But if somebody's actually getting up there challenging and is strong, I don't think it matters so much. 1.5 says Hero. Do you think we'll play 3 at the back, says Antony Kneebacks? I mean, I actually don't. But I guess we could sometimes, but I actually don't think we will. Kate Cadet says being a small defender isn't really a big of a deal as it used to be, I don't think. Fair point, yeah, fair point. I mean, I think if you'd ask the average person who they'd rather have in their squad, a tall defender or a short defender, centre-back wise, you'd probably say tall because, you know, there is a large element of clearing balls away, defending corner set pieces, all this sort of stuff. But if you're good enough, it doesn't really matter on the height. Size is only just one thing. There's been so many short players over the years who are just absolute boss defenders, whether they're wing backs or not. You know, the proof will be in the pudding. Let's see how he does. I'm doing good. Thank you, Nas786. Not too bad at all, but not too bad at all. Thanks for asking. Appreciate everyone for being in here. I'm just going to get out of the live chat now and cover the rest of the news that we've got then. We are going to have a big Q&A at the end of the video, so stick around. Drop that like on the video. Help us get to 200 likes if you're just joining us. Martinez is official. Woo! Come on. Ran out of breath there. Let's get the old Ric Flair, woo, in the live chat, because it is a good piece of news. I'm loving it, guys. Just call my name. Lisandro, just call my name. Anyway, we've got him in here. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. And I'm looking forward to the versatility that he brings to the table as well. Because he can play in a variety of positions. Ten Hag knows that. Ten Hag loves him. And he's also a Ten Hag player. So the Ten Hag era is starting to take shape. But we still need a good few players. Gongshi says, woo! By the way, everyone, the article is pinned to the top of the live chat. Please click that link. But also, and check out that article from Griffo Chaz there. Top lad. He's got the article, the official article on our website. But also, retweet this, guys. I'm going to pin this to the top of the live chat. Anybody who retweets it, I'll give you a follow back. It helps spread the word out there. I want to say thank you to Vincent Bullock and Liam Ward, Aaron Homeyard, and Stephen Braun, all for giving it a retweet before the show's got going. There's the link to the tweet. I'll pin it to the top. If you want to help this channel out, go give us a follow, give us a retweet, and I'll give you a follow back, guys, and a shout out. Thank you very much for all you guys that have done that. What's Martinez's pace like? He is quick, K Cadet. Yes, he's quick, and he's also strong. Strong like bull. Duncan Blefo says, moo. Yanis Vardikos says, hi, mate. We added the spine in the squad in the last 2 days. 175 centimetres equals 5'8". Why, when I Google that then, does it say 5'7'4"? I mean, have we got different measurements going on here, bud? 1.75 meters. Let me just get to the bottom of this. Hang on. Okay, what is 1.75 meters in feet? It says 5'8" now. Google's a bag of shite. You know, I mean, it literally, I promise you, it said 5'7'4" a minute ago. Google stitched me right up. It's 5'8", which is 5'9". Let's call it 5'9". So that's brilliant, right? That is absolutely brilliant. He's extra inch there, which is very important. Extra 2 inches, which is important. The Butcher of Manchester says Pete Morris. Definitely, mate. There you go. The Butcher's started his shift, and he's going to start serving up nice steaks of, I don't know, Liverpool. Hopefully soon. We'll see. Look, he seems like he's a committed player. He's full-blooded, doesn't he? He's literally like, you know, that was sinister, the quote that he said. He said, I'm prepared to step over dead bodies for my team. So stuff like that, I love to hear that. And obviously what he said beforehand as well about joining. He said, I've been lucky enough to be part of successful teams in my career, and that's what I want to continue at United. There will be a lot of work to get to that moment, but I firmly believe that under this manager and coaches, and together with my new teammates, we can do this. So loving the words. I feel like he feels like this is a really good project and opportunity under Ten Hag. So it's exciting. I think he'll come in and really be a super hard worker. You know, when you just got that feeling about someone, you know, like when Paul Pogba came in, I was like, this guy's lackadaisical, you know, but when we got this guy, and I feel like this guy's just going to be super committed, super determined, you know, maybe let's not be silly about it, but maybe could be in the future considered somewhat more in the mold of an Argentinian Roy Keane. I hope he's going to be somebody like that anyway, because this team, I'm sorry to say, but it's been a little bit pussy over the last few years, hasn't it? We could do with a bit of guile in there, a bit of bollocks, a bit of nastiness. So I'm looking forward to it. We need a bastard. We need a good old-fashioned bastard in there, my friend. And this guy, the Butcher of Argentina, sounds like maybe he could be that good old fully French bastard that we need. We need a few more of them as well. Too many nice guys, guys. Nice guys finished last. Look at Rashford last season. He's feeding kids, can't fucking kick a ball. Nice guys finished last. We need some bastards. Right. Anyway, so let's cover the Ronaldo news. I did cover it briefly earlier, but for anybody who wants to know, Ronaldo did fitness tests rather than train with the team yesterday. Also spoke with Ten Hag for the first time since asking to leave. Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh held talks with George Mendes. Friendly against Wrexham today. So we know that the friendly taking place today at 2 p.m. there as well. I'm just going to have a quick search on Twitter, just see if there is any information about if there's been any goals or if anybody knows. Maybe it's not. I mean, it is behind closed doors, so it's doubtful that there'll be much information about teams out there. Somebody's just tweeted and said that it's 1-1 and that Wrexham have equalised in the 11th minute. It's just bollocks, though. It could just be bollocks because there's nothing official here on Twitter. But I don't know. We'll find out later on if it comes through, guys, in regards to the Wrexham game. But they are currently playing it right now. and we don't know necessarily what players are in there. Dan, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Super sticker. Mate, thank you very much for the super sticker of that superhero thing there. I really appreciate it, dude. Can we get a Sue in the chat for Dan? Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. A lot of heightists in the chat, says Chrissy J. Yeah, size don't matter, guys. Size don't matter. I mean, being tall's overrated. I've got a real bad back. You know what I mean? Because I'm 6'2". Not that that's that tall, but I've got a bad lower back. I reckon if I was 5'7", I'd be feeling sprightly still. No, I could be wrong about that. But I think having an elongated spine doesn't help you, in all fairness. But anyway, so yeah, no, look, being short is good. These guys have got a lower center of gravity. They've got more nimbleness, maybe more speed, quickness. This is important as well sometimes, you know. You want a good mixture throughout the team, in my opinion. But if you look at some of the most technical teams over the years, whether it's Pep's Barcelona or whoever, you know, it's not the height is the secondary thing, really. The technical ability is the most important. Physicality second, in my opinion. Technique always beats power in that sense, I think. Not always, actually, that's not true, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not the guy with the best golf swing. It's not the bodybuilder who weighs 350 pounds and can bench press 800 pounds. No, it's the little bloke who's got the perfect technique. Maybe that's a good analogy to take into this. Technique's the most important thing. So as long as you're good, it doesn't really matter about the height, does it? It's just a number. You're 6 foot and feel 5'7", says Hardy Chico. Cannavaro use performance-enhancing drugs, says Mike. Well, maybe Martinez can use performance-enhancing high heels on his boots, mate. You know, maybe that could be the case. That'd be fine. But anyway, look, this guy's had a very good career so far, folks. He has had a good career. I mean, he could even get you a little bit of a goal. He scored 6 in 74 for Ajax in the Eredivisie. It's pretty cool. You know, it's just he can get he scored a few headers and stuff. It's pretty decent. I like the idea of him. You know, he's a good, robust, strong defender. Anyway, well, there you go. We've got him in. That's brilliant news. Let's cover the rest of the news before we get into the Q&A. Antony is expected that Ajax have raised their price to 100 million euros. They're just pricing him out the market. Antony's team, though, have been reported as pushing for a move this summer and are sort of trying to convince Ajax to accept a lesser amount for him. Ajax's manager has said that internally we have agreed that we want to keep the current squad together. Nobody wants to sell him, and Antony's working well. I don't have the feeling that he's busy with a transfer. But we know that he's just keeping his head down, being professional, and that, of course, if an opportunity presented itself where United have had a bid and it's been accepted, pretty sure he'd go because, well, it's a big money move. It's a big, huge club. Yes, they do have Champions League football and we don't, but Ten Hag's here. And in the future, it's just going to be a totally different team. It's a big project, but it's a great project, this one, isn't it? Also, just a report this morning from the Telegraph that says that Frenkie de Jong will not leave Barcelona until he receives millions in back pay. This is from Marcel van der Kraan. And yeah, that's probably accurate, guys. They owe him a lot of cash here. So we left the de Jong stuff at the end because it's just so frustrating. We'll talk about it for a minute, but Frenkie de Jong will not leave Barcelona until he's received his money. So there's a bunch going on. They're trying to play him at centre-back. They're withholding money from him, deferred wages that they owe him, 17 million. They're expecting him or offering him to stay and play for less money, which is just an outright insult. They're signing lots of other players, even though they apparently can't pay their players the money that they owe them. People like Lewandowski, Rafinha, it's absolutely preposterous. But also what's going on with Barcelona is they can't even register players until they've got rid of some players off of their books because of the La Liga salary cap. So even though they might have sold some TV rights and stuff, it's still a fundamental issue for them at the moment to get Frenkie de Jong out the door. So Barcelona, they want him gone. They really want him gone, but Frenkie is holding on strong, guys. He's holding on strong right now. But is he, or is he just waiting to get paid? That's what I think. I think Frenkie de Jong's just waiting to get paid, just like this says here. Who would leave? Who would go, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll waive 70 million so you can sell me, even though, because even though I love this place. Yeah, I'll waive 70. It's not going to happen, is it? And he's not going to play for less money either. I think if he does that, wow, I mean, that is just absolute blind allegiance and stupidity, because clearly there's players coming in here and being signed and for big money that are getting paid a lot more than he will be if his wages are halved. And how is that fair? So it's not fair, and he knows that. He knows he's being treated awfully here. He knows that this is a move, a power play from Barcelona to try and get him out the football club. And I guess he'll be coming around to the fact of leaving, but also he wants his money. Give me back my money. He needs his money, doesn't he? To go. So I don't really understand what Barcelona's hold-up is here. They're really pissing me off, guys. All they have to do is give him his money, and then we've got a much clearer position in the situation. Like, then we can really start to carry on with this thing. But right now, they owe him this money. They've got to pay him this money. They don't want to pay him this money. Why not? Why not? Why not? Do they just not have the money? Do they have to raid all the piggy banks first? Are they that pathetic? They can't scratch together 17 million to settle up when they know they've got 85 million coming in straight away after from Manchester United for the deal? Are they really that pathetic? They can't do that, yet they're signing all these players like Rafinha, Lewandowski, Koundé and all these guys. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So you can't defend what Barcelona are doing. I don't blame De Jong at all for staying quiet and just saying things like he said at Barca. He wants his money. He's owed 17 million quid or euros, whatever it may be. He's owed a shitload of cash. And so because of that, yeah, I don't see him going anywhere until that's been paid and that's settled up. So it's on Barcelona to stop pulling their plonker and that Laporta melt to stop working on pie finger in the Super League and, and actually start bloody paying this guy what he's owed so that they can sell him. I don't understand why they're not wanting to do that. And I keep going back to the point that they actually have to pay him the money anyway. So even if he stays, they're going to have to, he's got a 4-year contract. They still owe him that money. It's not like those deferred wages are going away. They still owe him it. So I don't know why they wouldn't want to absorb that from the amount of money that they're receiving from Manchester United and just settle up with him and let him go. It's bizarre. They can't register players until Frenkie's gone. That seems to be the reported situation. So if that's the case, wow. What are they doing? What are they doing? Why wouldn't they settle him up and send him on his way? It's absolutely bizarre. Your money's on Frenkie going to Hollywood, says Chrissy J. Probably more likely, bud. They were given last minute. I still believe Frenkie will come. Good shout for him, boss. If it happens, it could well be towards the end of the transfer window. I think that's fair to say. Let's get a GoFundMe so Abdi Lee backs. Red One says, last game we played, 2 minutes. You saw that, guys. Frenkie de Jong played 2 minutes, last 2 minutes. Well, okay, fair enough. And he also, one of the other games, he only came on in like the 65th minute and he played at centre-back. And Xavi has said things like, oh, he's going to do a job at centre-back for us. What? But he's not a centre-back. So all these things make us think that, well, they're just trying to force him out the door. I don't know if they're trying to convince him, they're just trying to be so horrible, trying to convince him to go for less money, to maybe forget about some of those deferred wages. I don't really know what they're trying to do. All I know is that they're a bunch of shithouses and they're slowing this deal down massively. And I don't really understand why. There you go, exactly special one. They want Frenkie to forget the owed money and take a 50% pay cut. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I mean, if they actually want him to do that. So to stay at Barca, they want him to just completely forego 17 million in deferred wages that are owed to him and stay and take a 50% wage cut. Could you imagine, guys? Could you imagine if he does that? If he does that, he's an absolute mug. I mean, fair enough, though, it's his club and he would show super loyalty to his club. But how can you... I'd accept that. If I was Frenkie, maybe he'd accept that if Barca didn't sign anyone this summer. If Barca were in serious financial issues where they weren't signing anyone and they've said to him, hey, look, Frenkie, can you stay and play for us for 50% less and forget about the money we owe you? Maybe he'd do it then, in all fairness, if he loves the club. But not when they're going out and signing new players. That just completely undermines the whole situation. It makes them look ridiculous. So it's clearly just a move to put pressure on Frenkie. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one, though, bud. I'm with you on that one. Koundé is closing in on a Barcelona move, says Sunil Pawar. What an absolute shambles. How is that possible? How are they still signing all these players? I know they're supposedly playing De Jong at centre-back and now they're bringing in Jules Koundé. It's unreal, isn't it? I mean, can we get some poo-poo emojis in there, please, for Barcelona, guys? They actually sicken me. They sicken me to the core. 3 likes off of the big 200, guys. Please do hit that like button if you're just getting in here. Help us get to the 200 smasherooskies and get yourself in there raw as well in the chat. We love hearing from you. Oh, thank you, Ellie. How you doing there, Ellie, today? Thank you for getting in there. She's put a link to my gaming channel in the live chat as well. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, please do follow the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming, if you're not already. Thank you very much, Ellie. Hope you're good today. Breen Irwin, thank you for getting those poo-poo emojis in there, sir. That's Barcelona for you. They're a bunch of shithouses, guys. There's no getting away from it. The way they've gone about this is disgusting. So Frenkie de Jong, that's the situation where playing the waiting game, they've got to settle up and pay what they owe him, and then maybe he'll come. But he's not going to forego the money that they owe him, I don't think. And if he does, well, he's pretty stupid, to be honest, because it's a huge amount of cash and they're treating him like dirt. So, I mean, if I was Frenkie, maybe you would stay if the situation was different, where they weren't going to bring in Lewandowski and Rafinha and all these guys. But seeing as they are, what does that really tell you? It tells you that they just don't care about you. They don't want you. They value you a lot less than they should. That's what it tells him. So yeah, I've got no doubt in my mind that Frankie's going, because I think that this treatment of him is pretty abhorrent, to be fair. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, is it? He's got to wait out and get 17 million. He's owed shitloads of cash regardless. He's just playing the waiting game. It's not that bad, but it's still pretty disgusting, really, how they're just sort of, doing it in a dirty fashion. They're doing it in a dirty fashion. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. Thank you so much. We got 200 likes on the stream, guys. That's absolutely brilliant. You're a bunch of legends. Should report to UEFA about Barca violations. Spot on, Red One. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. There's got to be some sort of a union or something that they can take some action with, because it's just plain wrong. How can they be allowed to sign other players when they owe him cash? I mean, that is a case in itself. Like Gary Neville said, they could take it to court, really, because it's just, wow. I mean, that's pretty poor, isn't it? It's pretty poor. Anyway, so yeah, De Jong is what it is, guys. I'm sick and tired of talking about De Jong. I think this saga is going to rage on all summer. That's why I've left it to the end, and we're not going to give it too much coverage, because it's more or less the same situation, really. Man United are waiting for Barca to agree some sort of an arrangement with Frenkie, where they settle up what they owe him. He's not going to go anywhere. It's understood with the money that's still owed to him. Why would he? He stands to make an absolute fortune just by keeping his head down. And he's got a 4-year contract there, and he does love Barca. So maybe if all this blows over, or they find another solution, he would like to stay. I still think that he's been treated like dirt, and so therefore he would want to go. And Ten Hag could sort of be that option for him. But who knows? Only time will tell. But I certainly think that we're still in with a good chance of bringing him in here. Let's ask the live chat. Smash a 1 if you think we'll get Frenkie. Smash any other number if you don't think we'll get Frenkie. Let's see where the chat's at. You watch Frenkie in defence for Barca v Bayern. He was non-existent, hardly got even past to. I'm sure his bags are packed already. Wow, Jalen is. There you go. He's being told, the team's being told not to pass to him, perhaps, eh? Lewis agrees. Fortinbras thinks we'll get him. Luno says no. Jalen says yes. Yes, says United Tactical Talk. We're getting Frenkie, says Red One. No, says Chris Barker. No, says Liam and Ramo. Andrew says LVG's a lemon. He's probably behind Frenkie not coming to United. Oh, man. Sonny Egbin says yes. David Jameson says no. Very split, guys. Very split in the live chat there. Fair play. I thought it would be. I guess that's the reality of the situation. It is still 50-50 whether or not he's going to come or whether or not he's going to go. So we'll see on that one, folks. But it's looking depressing. They still owe him cash. It's on Barca to sort this out. And because it's on Barca, don't feel like it's going to happen anytime soon, because they're a bunch of piss takers, guys. How they've done this with us this summer, I mean, it's embarrassing. We've actually just been dragged through the mud all summer long by them in public. It's embarrassing, especially if it doesn't actually conclude soon. If this goes on and on and on, and if lo and behold we can't sign him, let's say he stays at Barca, crikey, I mean, that would just be the biggest insult ever. The biggest insult ever. Just in regards to Antoine Griezmann, very quickly. So Griezmann is thought to be available this summer, a situation in which Man United are aware. But the idea of a potential swap deal with Ronaldo has been dismissed at this stage. This is via Laurie Whitwell. And it's just one little piece of info we had here. Would you take Griezmann at United? Yes or no, folks? I would only take him in addition. I wouldn't take him instead of Ronaldo. No, it's ridiculous. I'd only take him in addition. If we could get him as well as, then fine, that's a decent forward to add to the numbers that we've got in the team. Just for a season or two. He's a good technical player. Maybe his best days are behind him. He is like 31 now, but he's still a good talent. No. Antoine is good for free. I don't think he is free though, is he? He's washed. Yes, says Abdi. Maybe a loan. See, a loan could be pretty sensible, really. People forget he's had a really good career. He has had a bit of a ropey last year or so, though. Statistically, last couple of years, nowhere near as good as previously. I mean, it is a bit of a gamble, isn't it? So, we don't need him, guys. If he was available for basically nothing, like you just said, I think maybe it would be worth it. But there's players out there, Memphis Depay is a bit younger. Depay also doesn't interest me that much because I've seen him play for United and he was crap. But, when he has gone elsewhere and done really well, he's available and he's younger. He's 28. Griezmann's 31. it doesn't really make sense. We're looking for younger players. We're looking for more up-and-coming hungry players. But Antony Griezmann is a quality player, or was a quality player anyway, but certainly not as a replacement for Ronaldo, maybe as an addition to the squad, just as a body to put up there. But other than that, no, there's better options, I think. Yep, Andrew says move on. Good shout, guys. Okay, so I'm going to just get into the live... Sorry, I'm going to get into the rundown of what we've discussed. It's only going to be a minute. Then we're going to get into the live chat. That's basically the latest transfer news for you and all the latest goings-on. You know, there is a behind-the-closed-doors friendly being played against Wrexham. If any more information comes out about that, we'll cover it. But just to start with, yep, Lisandro is a red. Get in there. Break out the red panties for Lisandro Martinez. He is officially a Manchester United player. Manchester United have announced it, and fantastic to see. He's quoted as saying, "It's an honour to join this great football club. I worked so hard to get to this moment, and now that I'm here, I'm going to push myself even further." So Lisandro is a red. That is brilliant, brilliant news. Also, Ronaldo is understood to, while he's still here, to be continuing in a professional way and is expected to train and etc. as normal, just you know, with the proviso that maybe he could still be off somewhere. But also, he's not training today. There's a fitness test. He was doing fitness tests earlier on rather than... oh, sorry, this was yesterday. Cristiano did fitness tests rather than train with the team yesterday. Also spoke with Erik ten Hag for the first time since asking to leave. Richard Arnold and John Murtow held talks with George Mendes, friendly against Wrexham today. So we don't actually know all of the squad that are in the friendly, but I can't imagine Ronaldo is in it. You know, I can't imagine he is playing. But maybe, you know, I don't know what's going on there, folks, to be fair. It's a behind the closed doors friendly. So if there is information that comes out, we'll let you know about it. And then also, Antony. New information's come out about Antony's price from Mike Verway, that they would want 100 million euros for him now because they really don't want to sell him, and they're basically just putting a message out there that he's not for sale. He's also said, their manager Schroeder said that in regards to Antony, internally we agreed that we want to keep the current squad together. Nobody wants to sell him. Antony's working well. I don't have the feeling that he's busy with a transfer. Also, De Jong's not expected to leave Barcelona until he receives all of his money. That's basically the headlines, guys, in the news. Lisandro is a red. Get in there, my son. Cristiano Ronaldo doing fitness tests and stuff yesterday. Hopefully we'll be featuring in the friendlies later on in the month. And same with Martinez, same with Eriksen, these guys. I do wonder who's had a run out today. I think it was supposed to be a lot for the players who haven't had very many games so far this this summer. So that's potentially what it was. Okay, so also we got an update here that says 3-0 to United. I mean, I don't really know what the score is. 1-0. Some people are saying Wrexham have scored. Basically, if you go on Twitter now, it's an absolute minefield of shit. So we're just going to leave that until an official official avenue actually comes out and says what the legit score is in that game, or who's playing, etc. So anyway, let's get into the live chat now, folks. Let's get into the live chat and see what you guys are saying. Redman says 4-0. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some things online. Like I just saw something that said 3-0 Zidane Iqbal scored, but it could be bollocks. I personally don't think anybody knows unless there's somebody. I mean, I'm searching all over the place and I can't see anything about it. Hey, Gaming Sim, what's going on? How you doing today? Says Ellie. Oi, oi, oi. Susan Lively Sue, what's going on with you as well? How are you guys doing? Yes, great to see you in here. When isn't Twitter a mindful of shite? Good point, Amita Red. It's great news, cuz 2040-90. Yes, indeed, a great transfer. Hey, MKTV, what's going on, bud? Welcome in, dude. How's it hanging? Red Wan says how United winning, says Hamza. Yeah. Simon says, as for Frenkie, sod him. He's hardly going to take an IOU. Fair enough. Maybe we do have to move on. But what I keep saying, Barca, they owe him the cash anyway. So why wouldn't they want to pay him this cash to get him gone? Well, I don't understand, unless they just don't have it ready, which wouldn't surprise me because they are pathetic. But no, why wouldn't they want to pay the cash to get him gone? They're going to receive 85 million euros from Manchester United. So why wouldn't they? Do you think, guys, this could be, what this could be as well is they're just like, making excuses to everybody. Oh, we can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. United, you know that 85 million you agreed with us, but 75 million up front and 10 million down the line? Yeah, do you know what? We've shagged ourselves royally financially now buying all these players, and we've run the club into the ground. So how's about you just give us the whole 85 up front? Could that's what it be? Could that be what it's about? I don't know. All I know is I personally think what it's about is they're trying to just scrimp and save as much as they can. They don't want to give Frenkie all of what they owe him. So they're trying their luck and seeing if maybe they can reach some sort of agreement where they would pay him less money than what they owe him in the deferred wages. Good point, says United Tie-Dye. Thank you very much. But well, you never know. You never know. It could be, or it could just be complete speculation. But okay, so that's the rundown of the news, folks. I'm going to get into the live chat now, everybody. Thank you so much, you all, for tuning in. Oh, look, Fab's just tweeted not so long ago saying that Barcelona are one step away from signing Jules Koundé. The agreement with Sevilla close to being completed. Negotiations progressing well. Deal finally moving to the last steps. Koundé and his agent waiting after personal terms agreed last weekend. Wow. What an absolute crock of shite, you know. Goodness me. Frenkie de Jong, get out, son. You've got to get out of there, mate. They're taking you for a right mug, pal. They're having a mare, son. Get out, come and join us. Come and play for Manchester United. Ten Hag's got you, my friend. Ten Hag's got you, dude. All right, anyway. Get in. Koundé says the Diamond 94. It's a good signing for them, I guess, but still very strange. Nice to see you, nice trooper. Thank you so much. Let's get into the live chat for a bit of a Q&A for a few minutes, guys. But that is the latest news. We're nearly at 250 likes as well. Drop a thumbs up if you just joined in and get yourselves in there. 359 legends. Sui. Thank you very much, MKTV says, keep smashing it, bro. Congrats on the 60k. Thank you so much, MK. I really appreciate that, my friend. Yes, man, I know. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? We smashed 60k now. We just hit 61k last night, which is nuts. So thank you, each and every one of you guys, for being subscribed. Nice one. Vincent Bullock, what have you sent me, pal? Let's have a look, see what you're saying. Really? Really, Vincent? Goodness me. What's that Scottish bloke in WWE called with the sword and the beard and the long hair? He's just sent me a video of him for some reason. I'm doing a United news stream here, Vincent, man. I thought it was something important update, bud. That's the last time I checked your ends to join the stream. Abdullah Irwan says, I felt we signed De Jong and relaxed that big up to Pig. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Oh, thank you very much, Abdullah Irwan. Peak Partner said, Pig, can you predict when we sign Frenkie? Last day of the transfer window, bud. Ricardo says, Don Piglioni, what's going on, dude? Thanks, Mr. Pig. Your videos are the best on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Hamza. Dude. Gaming Sims is going to go to Asda and get a trolley load of food and not pay. That's the Barca way. Yeah, absolutely. You just write an IOU, mate. I'll defer this payment of these groceries for 1 week. You know what I mean? Drew McIntyre, that's the one, Tony. Why are you sending me a video of Drew McIntyre, Vincent, lad? Westy05, thank you so much for getting in with a super chat, mate. He says, I hope Barca doesn't screw Lewandowski over too, like De Jong. Well, thing is, though, how can they, though? These players have had to agree to the deferment in their wages. They obviously didn't think this was going to happen. I guess they can't just enforce a lower pay to Robert Lewandowski or Jules Koundé or any of these players coming in, can they? They can't enforce that. So they can't sign them on a deal worth 400k a week and then 2 weeks later say, oh, by the way, your wages are cut in half, mate. Unlucky. No, it's got to be an agreement from the player, of course. So that's where it's even more insulting for Frenkie de Jong. He's tried to help the club out, essentially. Westy, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. One Love says, Barca are a great club. Well, they might be a very successful club. They might be a great club with great history. I tell you what, they're owned and ran. They're ran by a bunch of melters. Let's be honest now, they are. And they shouldn't be a billion in debt, but a great club like Barcelona. They are a great club, but they shouldn't be a billion in debt. Antony Young says, Piggy, your laughter is infectious. Always brings a smile to a hectic life. Thank you so much, pal. Really appreciate that. Nice one. The player should never defer payments. Ozil was right to stand his ground. Spot on, yeah. Why the hell would they? Why the hell should they, special one? It's a fair point. Liam says, Barca and Frenkie is a bit like catching your wife in bed with a neighbour and her telling you she still loves you and him leaving with your wallet. Barcelona bent as a 9-bomb note, says Chris Barker. True, Barca a great team when Messi was there, says Redman. Yeah, very much so. You think the new salary cap is around 10 million a year, says SA. Barcelona got more levers than the TARDIS, says Luno. Amida says Barca are the Spanish equivalent of Only Fools and Horses. This time next year, Rodders, we'll be millionaires. Yeah, they have. Hero, to be fair, Barca has ruined United's transfer window, unless we do end up with De Jong. But you're right, because they've wasted our time for such a long time, and it still might not happen, and that really would have wasted our time, whereas we could have spent that time and money, looking for other players. Brace Alona, says Dipankar. Can I rate our team in comparison to the other top 6 as peak partners? Am I still connected? Oh, sorry, guys. I think I had a slight disconnection for a second there. Let me know you can hear me okay. Smash a 1 in the live chat. Sorry, guys. I think I just disconnected for a wee second. What's going on there, P. Murr? I hope you're okay. You're fine now, says SA. Oh, thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. You're still here. Okay. Great stuff. So, rate us to the top 6. Somebody asked me, rate us to the top 6. How do I compare this team to the top 6? We're miles off of City and Liverpool. In regards to Spurs, I mean, there's not much in it with Spurs and, Chelsea even. I don't think with Tuchel and like they've lost a couple of, they've signed a couple of good players, they've lost a couple. And I don't know. I don't think that far off Chelsea or Spurs, those sorts of teams. But City and Liverpool, we're a long way off of, yeah. You were off for like 2 seconds. Thank you, Superstar. Thank you very much. Yes, says Vincent Bullock. Thank you very much, guys, for letting us know. Yeah, that's right. No, we've ruined our transfer window by not moving on and dropping De Jong. Fair point, James. That's it. We don't have to sort of, nail our position down right from the start of the window and say we're definitely committed to getting De Jong, do we? We can explore other options. And what we actually should have done is signed another midfielder anyway and sold one of our gash midfielders like Scotty McTominay. If we could have done that, maybe got Tielemans in, I think we would have all been like, yeah, well, if we get De Jong, it's a great bonus. But if not, at least we have got a midfielder. At least we have improved our midfield with a quality player. Barca hacked my internet, says Antony. You preferred Ruben Neves than De Jong. Yeah, Black Mamba in some ways, bud. He's got that Premier League proven experience. He's robust. I think it's fair to say De Jong is, a more advanced, better player at this stage. But Ruben Neves is a Premier League, proven player in his own right. And he's in the Portuguese setup. I mean, he's not doing what Frankie's doing for his international team, but he is a good player. Buy Ruben Neves. Yeah, definitely. I would really like to have Ruben Neves at United. No worries, Vincent, but I'll check after the stream, my friend. Simon says, I can see the Scousers slipping up this season. Nobody's perfect, and we can be dominant Reds. Only way De Jong's coming is on career mode, says Diamond 94. Liam says, I think Barca will go bust within 5 years. I don't see how they're managing to do this, to be fair. They're exercising all these economic levers, whatever you want to say. And what that basically means is they're just whoring parts of themselves out for many years. Like they're mortgaging themselves out, remortgaging themselves. They sold TV rights for 25 years to an American company. What sort of sense is that? What sense does that make, guys? In 25 years, crikey, that could be a totally different scenario, guys. A real different scenario in terms of the playing field and like how much money's in the game. I mean, that is a big sign off on that one, isn't it? If that's the case, that was what was reported anyway, that they'd sold a percentage of their TV rights to an American firm for 25 years. Well, that's pretty unbelievable. If that's the case, I can't believe anybody would do that for 25 years. I mean, what a ridiculously short-sighted way of thinking, Why don't they go for other midfielders like Declan Rice as Moses? He's too much money. They want like 100 mil for that guy, and he's not worth it. He is a really good player, though. But he's not worth £100 million. I think United finish above Arsenal. I do, Marley Mars. What does everybody else think? Yes or no? Do United finish above Arsenal? I think we do. Arsenal are crap. All Seeking Eyes is still talking about De Jong, bit like a stalker obsessed over his ex. Says All Seeking Eye. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Ten Hag is obsessed. Ten Hag's obsessed with this guy, and he is trying to get him. It's as simple as that. We're still in for Frenkie de Jong. That hasn't changed. Man United haven't pulled out the deal. We're still hoping that we can get the deal done. United still need a CDM, says Black Mamba. Why don't we sign ZX as it's written? He's Ajax vibes. He's only 29, Premier League vibes. He's not really had a great time of it since joining Chelsea, though. I was looking at his stats yesterday and stuff. Pretty underwhelming. Cecil says yes. United Tactical Talk says yes. Of course, Arsenal, says Moses. Yes, over Arsenal, says Dizzy. No, says Timo. You don't think you do, says Money Miles? We will. We will see, says Hero. Arsenal finished 5th. Man United 6th, says 0793. Just the same as this season gone, eh? Amida Red says Scousers aren't improving. 2 trophies, CL final, 1 point behind City. Some collapse that. I mean, they'll be up there challenging. Won't they? Ziyech going to Milan, says SA. Yep, that's true. He's got an interest in, looks like they've got an interest in taking him in there. Barca is becoming more irritating by the day, says Red One. Martinez, yes, says Sunny Die. The Diamond says nope. Jamie Todd says still not fixed to keep. You won't win anything with De Gea in goal. Jamie, you know nothing. You know nothing, my friend, if that's what you think. Listen, the goalkeeper, what are you on about? You really think it's going to have that much difference having somebody who can like play it out a little bit better maybe? Or, at this end of the day, he was our best player last season. He'll probably be our best player again this season. If anything, he's going to win us the league, not lose it. You know what I mean? What are you on about? De Gea doesn't get enough credit. Honestly, he's been faultless throughout his United career, apart from maybe one season when he first came, when he was too, not physical enough and too lean and just like a 19-year-old, basically. And then also one dodgy season a couple of seasons back. But since then, and all other times, he's basically been our most consistent performer. De Gea, you're lucky to still have him, says Amida Red. We have to trust the process, says Chico Goblin. Definitely give time to Ten Hag, see what he can do. It's not going to happen overnight. Meran says, Martinez' anger and passion gives me Vidic vibes. Yeah, man. Can't wait to see him play for us. Get in, Slabby out. Let's get a hashtag Slabby out in the live chat. Thank you, bud. You think top 3 is locked in? Man United could maybe snatch 4th? Yeah, I think you're probably right there, bud. That's a fair point to say off 793. I think we're going to finish 4th this season. Let's ask the live chat, where do United finish? I'm going 4th place for United. I think it's realistic that we could break into the top 4, but like Olf says, those teams, certainly Liverpool and City, are just too far ahead. They finished 35 and 34 points or whatever it was ahead of us last season. How are we expected to close that in one quick summer transfer window where we haven't even signed many players? Get Reared, says Hamza. 3rd, says Simon Warner. 6th, says IQ Insane. Duncan Benifo says 3rd. Hamza says 4th. RJ thinks we're going to win it. Tonk Nash says 4th. Master Yoda says 4th or 5th. Do I think Ten Hag had captain talks with Ronaldo on Monday? Maybe, Chico Goblin. Breen Irwin says Slabby out. Walkingstone says 5th. IQ Insane says 6th. Marty Mars says 5th. 7th behind West Ham, says Hero. They've got Skamaka. 7th says James. 4th or 5th says Dizzy. 1st says Vincent Bullock. 2nd, but it's Risty, says Westy. Well, any of you guys who actually legit think Man United are going to win the league, bloody hell, put a flutter on it, because you probably get awesome odds. Do you know what I saw the other day? I saw that Man United were the most backed team so far to win the Premier League. Anybody else see that? Like, in terms of the bookmakers receiving the most bets. I just think that's because of the odds, though. In all fairness, like, where's the value? Is there value in betting on City? Probably not. You know what I mean? Saw it, says Chris Barker. Yeah. So apparently we're the most betted on team to win the league. But I guess that's just because the odds are longer and that, it will be a decent little decent thing if it comes in. But really, it's very unlikely, isn't it? Bookies are getting rich, says here. Yeah, the bookies stand to make a killing on that one, don't they? Redwan says, I'm not so involved into the news like you. No worries, Redwan. Well, we keep you up to date with what's going on. Remember that United finished 2nd a few seasons ago? Yeah, Pete, absolutely. We did, I know. And then we imploded, didn't we? We were supposed to kick on. Ollie had us doing okay. We lost that Europa League final, but we finished 2nd. Then we brought in Ronaldo, Varane and Sancho and did a lot worse. It was kind of just implosion. I don't really know what happened. United were 50-1, now 28-1. Wow, Vooty. Nice. The bookies given false odds. They do it every day, says Disco Dave. Stephen Holian says the gap was not only that much because we were shocking, says Stephen Holian. We're going to be the surprise package first as peak partners. Then Harry Maguire happens, says Red One. Imagine Maguire raising the Premier League trophy, says Luno. But what for, though? Raising it for what? Like, raising it as a child? I don't know what you mean. Like, I can't imagine him lifting the trophy as captain, though. But I can maybe imagine him adopting it. Mummy Mum says Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, 4 Spurs, United. Ty levels of delusion, says Dabo. Yeah, we finished 2nd 2 years ago. Ronaldo ruined us, says MFO. Come on now. I don't think it was Ronaldo. What about the human slab at the back, bud? Ralph was the problem, says J. King. Well, Ollie shat the bed initially at the start of the season. We can't get away from that. It completely fell to bits. It fell to bits, mate. We're supposed to kick on. We were too negative, too counter-attacking. United needs a style of an attacking, manager, in all fairness. We need a manager with a bit of bollocks about him to attack and to be that team. So that's fundamentally, we had it a bit wrong with Ollie there. Sometimes he did it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we beat Southampton pigging 9-0 and stuff. Sometimes we attacked. He actually was the manager over the last years who scored, I think, if you look at the goals, there was some stat, I forget it now, but the most 5-0s out of any of the managers post-Fergie and stuff like that. Like, he got us winning some decent games. But, sorry to say, but against all the big teams, we were always defensive as well against teams we shouldn't have been, which was annoying. Anyway, Maguire should give the captain's armband to Ronaldo or Rashford, says Westy. I'd definitely sign off on Ronaldo being captain. Martinez sounds captain material if he plays how he barks, to be honest. Spot on, 793. Yeah, that's right, I know. Give him a little bit of time at United. Maybe Ten Hag will be prepared to give it him. Exactly, Ronaldo should be captain, says Red One. It fell apart when Mason was suspended. He's a huge miss to this team, says Red Devils Gaming. To be fair, it did fall apart before that, didn't it, Red Devils Gaming? Like, that happened. When did that happen? Didn't that happen in January or December or somewhere around there? I feel like it had already shat the bed before then, Red Devils Gaming, you know? But I can't quite remember. Maybe you're right. Vincent says 242 likes. Nice one, guys. We're nearly at 250. Keep smashing that thumbs up button if you haven't done so. Yeah, SA, the team treated Ralph like a substitute teacher. You can't make people care and try. Ralph was a whistleblower. Yeah, you know what? He said it how it is. I agree. He talked about the truth and the big problems at United. Meran says, don't think us finishing second this season where COVID and injuries would dominate the Premier League is an accomplishment. It's definitely an accomplishment. It just may be, you know, for other reasons, like we said, with no fans there. But guess what? It's the same for everybody, bud. And who cares if Liverpool had an injury? That's not our fault. They did shit. So, no, it's an achievement finishing second with United for Ollie, definitely. Ronaldo never ruined United. They got lucky to finish second. Same team last year without Ronaldo would have finished way down the table, says Susan Lively Sue. Probably, yeah, Ronaldo probably would have been... probably would have been a big loss. Ronaldo for captain, he's had more experience than Simon Warner. Slabby's only had it for a few months. Spot on, yeah. Ulf, you're right. Martinez should be captain, says Red One. I think Ronaldo right now. But in the future, I could see maybe Martinez. I mean, Martinez has only just come in. But if that's who Ten Hag thinks is the best leader, then fair play to him. Antony Ong says, patience, everyone. Maguire will leave next summer once Eric Ten Hag has all his key players in. Yeah, Martinez probably will be captain. Good shout, my friends. Good shout. You know what, guys? We're going to wrap this video up right here. I've just seen we're actually on here for an hour and 20 minutes. I can't believe that, to be honest. Time has flown by. But I better wrap it up because it's a long one. But thank you very much for you all for tuning into the show. You're a bunch of bloody legends. I think Ronaldo stays Red Devils Gaming personally. But thank you, every single one of you, for tuning into the show. Seriously, the Tiny 38. Interesting. Chico Goblin, Superstar, It's Written, Amida Red, Hamza, Simon Warner, Sean Duffers, J King, The Hoff, Chrissy J, MFO. Like, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the stream. We're only 3 likes off of 250, so if you haven't dropped a like, please do on your way out. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the show. Help us get to 62,000 subscribers. We're on here every single day, giving you the latest United news in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. We cover all the latest goings on. We have a great community vibe around here. Thank you, Gunshi, Tonk Nash, Simon Amida, Hero, SA, Chico Goblin, 0793, Vincent, United Till I Die, Chris Parker, Wesley, The Trooper, Sean, Walkingstone, Anthony Ong, Lewis, Dizzy, Killer Boss, and everyone. You know, what a great set of legends we got in here. If you're new, make sure you smash that subscribe and click that bell icon for notifications. We will be back on later covering any breaking news, and also on tonight covering the evening's roundup around about 9:30, 10 p.m.-ish, somewhere around about there, 9-ish, somewhere around about there. So keep a lookout. Make sure you're subbed and all that, and follow us on social media at Flying Pig United. Oh, I want to give a shout out to everyone who retweeted my tweet there as well. We've had a few more retweets. I'll follow everybody back who does. Stephen Braun, thank you for retweeting. Seth Backrow, thank you for retweeting, bro. Dynamo as well. I'll give you a follow back, mate. Thank you for retweeting. Hamza Salim, thank you so much, Hamza. Anthony Ong, Vincent Bullock, Aaron Homeyard, Liam Ward. If you guys want to help support the show and help spread the word of the channel, you can do stuff like sharing it, retweeting it. It's pinned to the top of the live chat there, my tweet. If you give it a retweet, I'll give you a follow back. And it does really help the channel out just giving it a share. So thanks everyone who does that. But anyway, cheers, guys. Stay classy. Thank you, MFO, Red Devils Gaming, Disco Dave, Red Wham, The Trooper, Simon, Diamond94, Dizzy Red Devil, Stephen Carr, all the moderators, all the members. Thank you, Vincent, Susan, Lewis, all the legends of the channel. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for being in here. Have a great day. That's it for the United News roundup of the day. But we'll be back on later with more United News. Hopefully some good news. But at least we've got some good news today. Martinez is a red. Come on, my son. Get in there. The Butcher of Manchester arrives. And hopefully he's going to carve up the opposition like some high-quality steaks, my friend. Let's go. Come on, come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in about this signing. When it's finished, come back after. Have your say in the not live comment section. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, unitedflyandhigh.com for your latest news. Have a good one, folks. That's it from me. Stay classy. And come on, United. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. See.